Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
You see, they still playing this good cop, bad cop garbage, right? With the government shutdown. You have them exploiting the SNAP benefits, the airport employees, air traffic controllers. We have any type of federal government jobs being put on delay as far as being paid. See, this is the type of stuff they do when everything else fails. You guys don't want to lay it down for another lockdown with some fake virus, so we're just going to create a government shutdown. They're all still getting paid. They're multimillionaires, but they got everybody pointing the finger. It's the Democrats, it's the Republicans, it's the red, it's the blue, it's these people. Blame this guy. Who you really should be blaming is yourself for falling for the bullshit. It's all bullshit, man. They keep showing you videos of lines of people standing to get food at these food banks, whatever case. That's just been going on. They were doing that before they took the so-called benefits or delayed the payouts. The majority of the people, I've done a video about this before, that are getting the benefits of WIC, EBT, SNAP, whatever you want to call all those alphabets, are the people who are here, majority of them illegally. People who haven't put in any work as far as in the tax system. And if it wasn't for the phones, the benefits, the free housing, they wouldn't even be over here. But you're having to pay for all that. This should be a wake-up call for Americans to say, you know what? We're not going to let the government be our daddy anymore. We're going to actually get our shit together, figure out some better hustles, and work together. And what I mean by hustles is uniting as families, as friends, as communities. You keep waiting for somebody to save you, man. Ain't nobody gonna save you, man. You gotta save yourself in this shit. You gotta gain some type of financial literacy and come together to create your own business or something so you're not dependent. They made all of you so dependent, who are sitting around crying and making excuses for you can't feed your family. Man, look, there's always a way where there's a will. You know what I mean? If you have a will, you can get out there and make some shit happen. And it don't have to be stealing from Walmart, stealing from Home Depot, stealing from Target. It ain't about that. That's what they keep putting out there because they want you to believe that everybody's doing it, but everybody's not doing it. A lot of people are paying for their stuff, but they show you a handful. And as the psyop goes, people who are ignorant watch that shit and think like, oh, everybody's getting away with that. And then they go out there and get caught up. And now they're looking at doing jail time, or they got a felony, and then their kids are sitting at home by themselves, so they're looking really stupid. Man, don't fall for this bullshit, man. This shit is all garbage. And the people that you're crying to, they're not even the ones you need to be hollering at. You need to be really hollering at your local politicians if you're trying to make any difference in your community. Number two, like I said, is getting together with other entrepreneurs, the people who are trying to do something with themselves, a lot of people aren't going to do shit anyway. They've gotten so comfortable with their cigarettes, with their Dr. Pepper, with their bingo, with whatever they do daily, gossiping, talking shit about people who are doing something, that you're not going to change those people. You have to focus now on those who are trying to make a difference, those who are out here trying to figure out ways, whether it's through courses, trades, working farmers markets, hustling at swap meets. You got to get with those people and create some independence and break yourself away from the chains. You guys, a lot of you are mentally enslaved, and the ones I'm talking about, they know who they are, and the ones I'm not talking about know who they are. But the people who are crying, making all these crazy allegations, oh my God, the government's, I'm gonna starve to death, and then you got the politicians, we got a bunch of people who aren't gonna make it through the holidays. At what point did these people not see the big picture? And you look at what they're buying, they're using EBT to buy a bunch of grape drink, sugar pops, just garbage ass food, man. And they have not at any time considered trying to do better. Come on, man. Even the people, I give props to some of the illegals who come over, they're smart enough to get a 2-bedroom apartment with 4 families, and then they create a business after they done maneuvered whatever hustle they done maneuvered, got them a corner store, or got them a little restaurant, or got them a liquor store, and they only hire each other. A lot of you guys don't even know how to work together to hire each other. Most black people don't even know how to work together to hire each other. So these people, you can't even get a job at any of their businesses unless you're just cleaning. You're not going to be working a cash register. I've seen it, whether it be in the corner stores, whether it be in the motels, whether it be at some of the car places. Man, look, man, they know how to work together. Americans need to figure out how to work together, because the model is flawed, and a lot of y'all are complaining, but you ain't doing nothing about it. And you're letting this whole government shutdown thing create a bigger divide, which is all illusion, because it's the rich and the poor. And they don't care how many people over here are illegally getting the benefits, because their families aren't getting it, because they're balling out of control. So they got everybody over here, including the Americans who have been on the government titty, arguing and fighting about free handouts that they got accustomed to, and now they trying to figure out like what to do next. This shit is disgusting, man. It's disgusting, and it's embarrassing for the people who are out here complaining, but like there's no shame no more. A lot of people, they don't really care. They film everything. They don't have no accountability, and they don't even mind getting called out on it, because they're proud of it. They're proud to go and take advantage of homeless shelters where people who really need it, they go up in there and get their free food, even though they got a $200 pair of shoes on. That's the mentality, man. And hey, I'm just taking an observation. Whatever you choose to do, that's on you. If you feel like, hey, this is my lifestyle, and that's why there's a big separation in that. And, it's all about. It's not even about really race. It's all about class, the rich and the poor, and it's government shutdown bullshit that they keep pushing, that they keep hyping up on the news, they keep throwing out there, showing these same old videos. It's the same bullshit they did 5-6 years ago, when they had everybody panicking about something else we all know about that you can't still talk about on the internet. This is the type of bullshit they push, man. And they always put usually a black face on the front. And they know if you question a black face, there's going to be a hellfire storm afterwards. So they use a blackface, and then everybody else runs behind that, and that's how they get a lot of their agenda pushed. When you guys gonna wake up, man? When you gonna see the big picture? The SNAP ain't shit. The WIC ain't shit. The EBT ain't shit. If you work together and use your skills and resources, you wouldn't need any of that shit. And everybody's always talking about, oh man, our buying power. You're buying. What are you creating? You buying, but what do you create? What do you actually manufacture? What are you doing to actually create wealth? You're spending money, you're buying a bunch of bullshit, but what are you creating? That's the big picture, man. So yeah, I thought I'd just throw that out there. I'd already did a video, like I said before, and it's not even mainly it's not really even Americans getting the majority of the SNAP and WIC benefits. It's foreigners. And I'm gonna put you up on some game, man. A lot of these people actually, because see, you don't speak their language, they have the game down to a science. When they come over here, they have somebody who educates them on exactly what paperwork to fill out, how to fill it out, how to get the benefits, how to file for certain things, and they just stack that up. So they might have 2 or 3 jobs, but they're still getting the benefits because it doesn't appear that certain people are even married. I've heard where they have, in some of these people's, wherever they go to worship at, they have classes that they teach you how to fill out paperwork on how to get free grants, how to get student loans and not pay them back, how to get different benefits that Americans aren't even aware of. And you wonder why you pull up and you see some of these apartment complexes in certain areas, and you'll see a G-Wagon, you'll see an Audi, you see a Mercedes, not no cheap shit either. I've seen Lamborghinis, and these people are hustling. But because you don't speak the language and you ain't got the insight, and see, when they get the game, they ain't sharing it. Blacks, they talk all loud. They don't know how to keep nothing to themselves. That's why the game don't ever last in the black community. Because soon as they get the game, they put it out there. And the ones who are smart, they already know what I'm talking about. They in the cuts. But for the most part, they don't get the big picture of the game because they want to be loud and boisterous. Asians, quiet. East Indians, quiet. Russians, quiet. Armenians, quiet. They hustling under the radar. The ones you see begging and talking a bunch of shit, they don't know the game. And it's obvious. So yeah, man, there's a lot going on, man. And I'm telling you, man, at the top of the hustle game, man, if you could see the hierarchy and how it breaks down, some of you would be surprised, but I'm not surprised because I ran across a lot of these cats in my interactions. But yeah, this whole government shutdown thing, man, it's some bullshit, man. And I'm telling you, I've been to a couple of different places in the last couple of days, and ain't nobody hurt, man. Money still flowing just like water. People still spending, but yet they push this bullshit to make you angry, to create divide, and to have us thinking that we really have a crisis. Fear. Everything is based on fear. And it's all bullshit, man. Gotta unplug from the matrix, man. See the big picture. We are not our enemy, man. They're the group of people that run this shit, and they push a lot of it on legacy media, and they want you to think that things are about to just everything's crashing every week, every month, every week, every year. Things are crashing, and yet we still have the NBA, we still have the NFL, we still have F1 racing, we still have yacht racing, we still have people traveling, we still have Arabian horse shows. Man, they ain't canceled none of that shit. Come on, man. That's the thing, man. They laugh. They still flying private jets. They still getting from across the country. They're still doing their thing, man. But they have all the people over here who rubbing two nickels together thinking that they ain't getting that. And then they scared to make any moves. Don't be scared to make a move, man. This is the best time for you to capitalize on fear and take your game to the next level. Hey, man. But who am I? I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a YouTube commentator, somebody who's lived a little bit, who's still learning, and I'm on my journey, and I'm taking you with me as you watch these vlogs and just sharing. So hit that like, hit that subscribe.